All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome in. Hopefully, you all are doing well today. So, as we get started here, I am going to talk about a few things. We are now in the year of the horse, and that is a Chinese zodiac. So, last year was the year of the snake, which, ironically, now that I think about it, is pretty on the nose. So, the last few weeks, I've been getting the energy of, shedding old habits and, releasing things that don't serve you, personal transformation. That was kind of the last push of the year of the snake. Because snakes, shed skin. They're about movement in tarot. On the darker side of things, it can be about lying, manipulation, somebody trying to be a sneak. But on this channel, I focus more on you guys and more about the positive aspects than I do the negative. As we talked about on Monday, the glass is usually half full, at least for me, in my opinion. So, but now that we move into the year of the horse, it is very fast paced. Abundance is going to be moving towards you. This year could very well speed up for you. So, as you're moving through this year, be mindful of the direction in which you want to head, because it's kind of full steam ahead right now. This just happened, so pick your direction. Pick your direction and run with it, like the horse would. I'm also seeing a pasture where horses run free. This could also be a time for you to, express yourself in kind of like a wild way. I'm seeing the wildling from the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. So maybe break the mold this year. But let's see where we're going. As always, I welcome in your spirit guides. My spirit guides are here for your spirit guides. And we're going to see what wants to come through. This message could be for you. You could be the messenger of this message. Whatever the case may be, if this resonates for you or for someone around you, leave a like, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So, without further ado, we're going to get started. Take what resonates, leave what does not. These are general readings, so they may not be for everybody. But just because the reading today isn't for you, doesn't mean the reading on Friday won't be for you. Okay? Underneath we have to be fair. Okay. Go the distance. See, there's that ending. To be fair, where we're going. Yin. Divine feminine. Okay. Talking about the year of the horse, I do feel a balance here. We're going from the snake to the horse, and the cycles are closing, and I feel like there's kind of this balancing act here. Balancing out the scales, maybe ending some karma. And then we move into yin, which is divine feminine. And, the direction of our lives, really what it boils down to is our emotions. Our emotions, our intuition, the things that feel good. We usually run with that energy. If something doesn't feel good, we probably won't do it again. And so when something does feel good, we chase that energy. Kind of like the flying discs I was talking about on Monday. You pick a high-flying disc, and then you roll with it until that, starts to come down, and then you pick another flying disc. Chase the good things. Chase the good energy. And that's what I feel like you should be doing throughout your lives. Life's too short to not be doing something that doesn't feel good. Underneath, we have fate. Fate is here. Okay. Past, we have the Magi. It's magic. Where are we going? Higher perspective. Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like, and this is kind of the rare occasions, oh, we have Dare to Dream underneath too. This is kind of one of those rare occasions where, the higher vibration and the lower vibration of you are getting into sync with one another. To be fair, the fate, this is an ending, a new beginning. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. With the Magi, I am seeing Virgo, the Hermit. Higher perspection, as we shift through this year, I feel like there will be a shift in your vibration, a shift in your perspection, the way that you view, this journey that you were on. It's very interesting how this energy aligns in this way. I feel as though, you probably couldn't pick better cards to start off this Chinese New Year. And I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday. I was thinking about this yesterday as this was happening. There are several New Years throughout the year. And it all depends on, which aspect of things you follow. There's Halloween, which is the Witch's New Year. There is, the 31st of December to the 1st of January, that is a new year as well. And then we also have this new year, too. There are plenty of opportunities throughout the year to kind of restart. It's very interesting to think about. At least it was interesting to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's just me. All right, let's see where we're going. Let's see what else gets to come through today. We have Judgment. Okay. Two of Wands. Yeah. See, I feel like the Fool, I feel like the world is opening up here, Five of Swords, because you are leaving these situations behind. Five of Swords. You are leaving the old dynamic behind, and you're making new choices. You could very well be being guided by angels. I believe this is Archangel Michael here with Judgment. But there are new choices to be had, and I feel like right now the world is kind of the oyster. You get to decide. As I talked about, pick a direction. Pick a direction, get on that horse, and run. Go. I love this energy. The Star. Love that. Love that, love that, love that. 10 of Wands. And what's the hurdle? The Wheel of Fortune. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. This is beautiful. Beautiful energy. Grounding this, we've got Death. Guiding this energy, we have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Past energy is the Nine of Swords. Future energy is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at this shift. Look at this shift. Nine of Swords to Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That's incredible. That is moving from doubt to abundance. That is shifting that perspection, higher perspective, from fear to gratitude. Yesterday was Mardi Gras, and I wanted tacos. And so me and my boyfriend Jared, we went out for tacos, and we invited his friends. And we're about halfway through dinner when just this overwhelming energy of contentment and joy hit me. And in that moment, I stopped talking. And I just kind of looked around the table at each and every one of our friends. And in that moment, it was joy. It was happiness. It was contentment. It was gratitude. And gratitude is one of the highest vibrations that you can have. Love is up there too, but gratitude takes the cake. And that's what I feel like this shift in energy is. It's gratitude for the lessons learned. And it's also gratitude for the things coming in, for how far you've come. This is really beautiful. These cards are what I would expect if I were to pull my own. Given I can't do that unless it's a full or new moon, but that's besides the point. We've got the Knight of Swords for motion, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Ten of Swords. Here's that transformation. This is downright beautiful. And you know, it's funny, right here above this is the Knight of Cups. And I do feel as though that love and gratitude come in. Come in. That change you from the Knight of Swords, or from the Nine of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. We also do have the Knight of Swords down here, which is clarity. Messages of clarity coming in. The Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. I feel like there's an inspiration coming in. I do. And it's very, very funny that we have the Six of Pentacles here because we pulled to be fair. And sometimes when you look at this, it kind of feels out of balance because this person here is essentially giving to this person, and then this person behind him is like waiting for that. And so you could be balancing out different aspects of your life. Give me the Six of Pentacles for me, please. The Sun. The Sun. The Four of Wands. Beautiful. Hermit. There he is. There he is. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles. Absolutely. I feel like you're giving credit where credit is due. You are shining that light, that very happy energy across all aspects of your life, even with the things that weren't so pretty. You know, last year was a lot of ups and downs for me too. And looking back on them, you know, I'm grateful that I had those experiences. Do I want to go through them again? I hope not. But the universe will always make us loop back around to lessons that we, you know, didn't really learn. But this doesn't feel like a loop around back energy. This feels like I'm grateful for that situation. I'm grateful for what happened. I'm grateful for, you know, the people I've met that have fallen away. I am grateful for, you know, that job that taught me something before I had to leave it. I'm grateful for whatever situation it was that made you shift into this energy that you are now moving into or are into. I feel like this is happening right now. Right now. It's right around the corner. For those of you who have not hit that energy yet. So, tell me about this Nine of Swords. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. Tell me about the things that have been stressing you out. The old things that were stressing you out. I want that one. All right. What you got? Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Yeah. And the Nine of Wands. The thing that was stressing you out, or the things that were stressing you out, and I love how that showed up because it does keep it general, were the things that you didn't think that you were going to be able to get out of. The things that you didn't think that you were going to be able to learn from. The things that you didn't think that you were going to succeed or to heal from. Those are the things that were definitely stressing you out. You know, and it's very interesting that that shows up that way, because I can think of plenty of people who went through situations that definitely stressed them out. Absolutely. And, you know, I heard, you know, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, or, you know, I don't know, you know, what's on the other side of this. I don't know, you know, if I need to heal more in order to get what I want. Like, it was all of these things that was very stressful for these individuals. And as time moved forward and as time went on, they learned to adapt to these things. They learned to overcome these things, not only adapt, but overcome. And That's what is happening here. That's what has happened. I can guarantee you that if you look back to situations from last year, that you could think of one situation that you didn't think that you would be able to get through or succeed, didn't think you'd make it, come out on the other side. And if you're watching this video, you already did. You already did. And it's in those moments where we see our growth and we see our potential. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Leading with love. Leading with love. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. There's the leading with love. There's the Emperor taking action, and the Eight of Cups. Some of you, your motivation was your family. For others of you, it was your emotional drive and your, I'm hearing stubbornness. Your inability to lay down and take it. I am one of those people where I may get frustrated. I may cry, but I don't give up very easily. And I feel like you don't either. And it's that drive within us. It's almost like the universe. Not really the universe, ourselves or other people telling us that we can't do it, and just out of spite we do it anyway. Out of that determination we do it anyway. Just to prove a point. Just to prove them wrong. Just to prove ourselves wrong and the universe wrong. This is really kind of poetic. This is really kind of poetic. I'm going to look at two different things here. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about these new beginnings, which, you know, is wish fulfillment. It's happiness. Seven of Cups. Yeah, the world is at your fingertips. As I said in the beginning, you get to decide, Ten of Cups, what your happiness looks like. My spirit team is on it today. Three of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like out of this energy, something physical and tangible will be coming to you. Three of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. 3 + 1 is the Four of Pentacles. That is kind of accumulating. Usually I see the Four of Pentacles as holding on to material things. But with the way that it shows up here, you will be accumulating that wealth, that abundance, that joy throughout this next year. Wow. I'm blown away by this energy. I'm blown away by you. I'm just the reader of the cards, and look, there's the Empress. I am blown away by you. These cards give me a energy to read into, yes. But whoever's sitting on the other side of this screen, whoever was called to this message, you have blown me away. You have come out on the other side of shedding different layers of different things, only to become better for it and not bitter. You are an amazing individual, and this is incredible. You are incredible. And I feel like you have more power to you than what you realize. This year, I think you are going to realize that power. Yes, I absolutely think you're going to realize your power this year, if you haven't already. This is very powerful transformation energy right here. And it's because of you. And for the people who say, oh, it was just luck, or, you know, I had help, you know what? That's okay. A little bit of luck goes a long way, and a little bit of help goes a long way too. Many hands make light work. Whatever the case may be, you also have to give you credit where credit is due, regardless of the assistance that you had. Just because these tools came in to help you, you applied those tools. You reached out for help. Or when fate threw you a bone, you took that bone and ran with it. This and you are incredible. And you can't tell me otherwise. 10 of Swords for me, please. 10 of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Lovers. Oof, love that. There's the World. And there's Strength. Don't dwell too much on the past. Don't do it. Because right now, the past is what needs to stay the past. Take the lessons. Take the gratitude that comes from it. Allow it to put you into union with yourself. The divine feminine and divine masculine coming together in harmony. Allow that to fill you up. Allow that, because I'm seeing the action here, and now I'm seeing the emotion. And we have to be fair here. It's bringing those aspects together to create a much more balanced version of you. And when that balance happens, is when more chapters begin to end and begin. And you finally get to see that strength that I feel like you've been touching with and maybe playing with, but haven't really fully embraced. This is, again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this. This is incredible. Anything else for these lovely people? 4 of Swords, Tower, Chariot, and the Moon. As you move through this new chapter, as you move through this, I feel like the more you heal, the more that you sit in this energy, sit in this divine union of yourself. You sit in this balance. You sit in, again, this healing energy with the 4 of Swords and Aquarius energy of the Star. I feel as though success is going to come at you like a train. Tower, Chariot. That's like immediate, success, immediate win. And I also feel as though, like I said, it comes from the emotional side of things. It comes from that balance. It comes from that union of action and emotion. From understanding the past and having gratitude for it. Of keeping your options open and allowing yourself to thrive. Because you've thrived incredibly. You've came this far. It's time to give yourself some credit. And it's absolutely time for you to show the world exactly what you're made of. This is inspiring. This is inspiring. Wow. Wow. Zodiac signs that I see, and we have quite a few of them. So this could be part of your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. This could be somebody that you know, who they are doing exactly this, and you see it, but they don't. Take this, again, for how this resonates for you. Zodiac signs that I see, we have Leo, Virgo, Sag and Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. More Leo. Gemini, Aries, and I believe that's everybody. One more time, just to be sure, because again, there is a lot here. Leo, Sag, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, Sag, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. I believe that's everybody. So, thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, your company is well appreciated, and so are your spirit guides. And hopefully, this helped give you a different view to you and the situations that you have overcome. But until next time, as always, please take care of yourselves. And I will see you all again later. Bye for now.